for those of you who don't know who Hayden is, he's we've got a couple of videos on YouTube, and that's probably like the best way for people to find you. So you're 19 years old, lived in Brisbane your whole life. You've got this sick car, which
is sick at the moment.
yeah, well, you know, like all cars is constantly in need of like work getting done to it. But yeah, so today's Sunday. 2 days ago, we were at an event called Fridays with it, and it wasn't behaving very well. But I really wanted to get you on this podcast because, and you don't know this, but I've got a secret, well, it's not secret, but it's a private group, a Motormount group.
Yeah.
I made a post this morning just asking the group what kind of questions they think that like we should talk, or what we should talk about on this podcast, because it's really rare to have someone your age doing the stuff that you are, and to be as like composed, and I guess like you're kind of mature beyond your years kind of thing. Not to flatter you, but that's sort of...
Some days, yeah.
Just move the mic a little bit closer.
All right.
Yeah, so that sentiment pretty much echoed throughout the whole group. Like, how is this kid doing what he does? Like, what are your initial like thoughts on hearing that people are sort of...
I don't know, I guess, yeah, it's good, obviously. But yeah, I don't really hang around.
Do you see yourself
people,
as like doing a good job?
Oh, yeah, I guess. In a way, like, yeah, it's sort of hard to explain. I don't think I'm like awesome or anything. Because I'm just starting out in this burnout sort of thing, or cars in general. But yeah, I guess I just get better from here.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah.
So we've been messaging back and forth and stuff, and in one of the messages you said that your sort of passion for cars or whatever came from when your stepdad took you to Summernats.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I shouldn't be drinking beer, but you know, here we are. Going to be burping throughout this whole thing. Anyway, the Summernats thing is actually the exact same way that I got into my love of cars and stuff like that. Yeah. So just tell us a bit about that. Like, you said you were like 6 years old or something, so super young.
Yeah, something like that. So mum met the stepdad and he's into cars, and I mean, mum's been into cars since she was younger and all that, but you know, they just said, let's go down to Summernats, and yeah, that's where it sort of all started.
Yeah, man. So what did you guys do down there? Did you camp there?
No, we just usually got an apartment, and some years we did 1 days, so we'd fly down there and fly back and like just on the Saturday.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But,
man, that'd be cool. So you went like a couple of times?
Yeah, we only missed 1 year pretty much. Well,
wow.
And the last one because of COVID, but...
Can you remember the number, like, you know, Summernats 17 or 20 or...
I think it was 25 or 26.
That was your first one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Something like that. Pretty sure I've still got the shirt.
Yeah, mid.
But yeah.
So how many years in a row did you go, and like when did you stop, sort of thing?
Well, we went pretty much every year except for one, up to the last one that was on. I can't remember which one we skipped, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've only just, in the past couple of times, been watching the burnouts there, because I've always been too short, and like I didn't really know much back when I was a bit younger about that side of things, but I just always loved going down Tough Street and egging people on. That was my favourite part.
Well, dude, I was just about to ask you what your favourite part was.
Yeah, well, it's obviously the burnouts now, because Tough Street doesn't really get that loose anymore, but yeah.
Dude,
skids.
100% agree. Like, and those of you who've been to Summernats, you know exactly what Hayden's talking about when he talks about Tough Street. The first Summernats I ever went to was Summernats 17.
Yeah.
I was just a kid as well. My dad took me. We camped there. Man, it got loose as, like, loose.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, I was always too young to experience it to the full level in that side of it. But yeah, 4 o'clock on Saturday down Tough Street's always good. You just got to get there early when you're short, when you're young, so you can see everything. Otherwise, you're just getting hit by drunk people the whole time.
Do you have like a favourite moment from Summernats, or when you think back, is there a specific sort of time that you look back on?
Probably when the dog wash goes past with the chicks on the back. But all that's gone out the window now, so yeah.
That big, man, do you remember that van and it had like a stripper pole on the back and shit?
Mitsubishi van, the greeny coloured one.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Okay, that was your favourite bit. Well, man,
Mum's always like, stop it, stop looking.
Yeah.
But nah.
So you went down as a family?
Yeah, just me, Mum, and my stepdad.
Yep.
Most years.
So it's your stepdad who's into cars, or is it your mum as well? Or
mainly my stepdad.
Yeah.
Mum had a few Tranas and stuff when she was younger.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, he's got some nice cars. He just finished a 1-tonner about a year ago, and he's got a wagon, HZ wagon.
This is all at home? This is all like, because you live at home?
Yeah.
So all these cars are just there?
Yeah, on and off.
Yeah. Or at shops getting worked on, or like whatever.
Yeah. Oh, he does pretty much everything himself.
Oh, cool.
Apart from obviously building the engine for his 1-tonner, because it's a pretty tough motor. And
what motor?
355 stroker.
Holden motor?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. They're getting rarer and rarer.
Yeah. And expensive.
Yes. Expensive to get the power. Yep.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But they just have like such a distinctive note.
Yeah.
And it just cool factor when you build one of those things.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's different, so yeah.
When did your parents split up?
When I was probably 5, 6.
Yep.
Yeah. I would have been about 6, yeah.
So that's like kindy, grade 1?
Grade 1, grade 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine actually split up when I was in grade 4.
Yeah.
And then we ended up moving away and starting a new life, basically. Is that sort of what happened with you? Or?
I was seeing them both,
Yeah. Shared custody and all that.
Yeah. And then I just ended up staying with Mum.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what, Dad moved away?
No, he's still around here somewhere. But
yeah. Do you still talk to him and stuff?
No. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah. Just sort of keep to Mum and the stepdad now.
Yeah, cool.
So just sort of focus on my life more than dealing with that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
It's never easy. Like,
yeah.
I can definitely say it affected me. Like, I mean, I'm 30 now, so it's I had the 10 years to sort of think about it, I guess. But do you think it's like fucked you up in any way, or is it?
Nah, you sort of
dealt with it pretty well
from it in a way.
Because it's hyper common, man. Super common these days.
Yeah, definitely not the only one. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. Just sort of just move on from it and just yeah,
man. Let's get onto the car. Like, when what I'll do is I'll link up a video to the previous videos and that sort of thing. We've got a video from Fridays coming out soon as well, and
sweet.
You'll be featured in that.
Hanging for it.
And you've got your own YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
Shout that out. What's the...
the name's Dossy, even though you probably have no idea what that means. It's just a name everyone's called me.
I kind of figured it was Hayden.
The N part of H4DOS.
Yeah, and then your car's named H4DOS, and then it's shortened again to Dossy.
Kind of makes it a bit harder, but...
Which is Australian as fuck, by the way, because we like to shorten and screw with everything. So
why not shorten it 3 times?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. So link to that in the description as well.
Yeah.
So you can check that out.
Yeah. There's not much on there, but I'll get there eventually.
That's what happens when you just start out. There's not much on there. Yeah. And then you keep going, and then suddenly there's like more content.
Yeah.
So
I sort of did an update video, and then there's nothing after that.
yeah,
At the
dude,
moment.
it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, don't feel bad about that stuff at all, because that's how you start. Like you got to make the mistakes. You got to learn. You're never just going to get out there and sort of make perfect content and update everyone completely. You're always going to be thinking that you've missed out on something, but that's just part of being driven, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep going, dude. But yeah, so quick rundown on the car. Like, give us a quick rundown.
It's a 81 Corona. It's got a Holden 202 in it with the M90 supercharger on it. Trimatic gearbox and a standard diff with weld in it.
Welded standard diff?
Yeah. A lot of weld in there. So, surprisingly, it doesn't break too often. I've only broken it twice in all the street driving and Rocky Nats, Power Cruise. Yeah.
Dude, so...
Never broken an axle in it, though, and they're, like, tiny.
Yep.
Like 21 spline, I think.
Damn. Dude, that's going to break, shortly. I mean, now it's blowing. At Rocky Nats, she had it aspirated.
Yeah.
And, man, for those of you who didn't see that, I was in the crowd when you did a skid.
Yeah.
And people were absolutely going off. And you were in first gear most of the time because it was aspirated 202.
The first gear with 3.9, so it's like 60 k's an hour.
Yeah.
Wheel speed.
Yeah. And you were revving the absolute shit out of it for like 3 minutes or something, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
And
I think one of them was over 4 minutes. Straight. I don't know how they let you keep going. Like, they just said keep going. I was looking at the fireys and they were like, nah, keep going. I was like, all right, that's sweet.
Dude, because the crowd were loving it. That's why. And then that bit where you come around, I remember this clearly. You come around, you're in first gear, you sort of slow right down. You might have even stopped. And then you whack it into second gear and it's gone from limiter in first and now it's labouring. Yeah. But it slowly picks up. The crowd were just absolutely cheering, dude. Like, it gets me pumped just thinking about it.
I thought something was wrong with it because, like, I put it in second and everyone's like, yeah. Well, like, just yelling at me. I looked down, I'm like, is it on fire? Like, what's going on?
How does that, like, make you feel, like, being in that moment? Like,
it was
when
unreal.
You're in the car?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so loud. The people were so loud.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Like, probably the most underpowered car there. The least amount of smoke. And they loved it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I didn't think anyone would look at me or the car.
Well,
I just went up there for fun. And
now you're learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
People like underdogs, man.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Like, it's quite common to have, a big tough blown car. And of course you expect, what to expect out of that car.
Yeah, yeah.
But your car is like special in a different way.
Yeah.
And it's not, people are just only going to be cheering you on, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, dude, Rocky Nats was sick. It's actually where we met. You and I were staying in Tent City. We were like,
right next to each other.
Were we right next to each other, or there was someone in the middle? No. Or there was a gap in the middle?
There was a bit of a gap.
Yeah. Yeah, I just remember looking over at you guys, and then there was...
You actually lent me a bottle of glue for my seals, my door seals.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, do you need some glue for that? I was like, yeah. So it was just hanging down.
Yeah, on the U.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, because they were hanging down, bro. My first car was a VS, had the same shit going on.
Yeah.
Like, the door seal. For those of you who know, you know exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. The door seals hang down. I just ended up super gluing them up. So I was like, I'm going to do the same for this kid.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was sick. Like Rocky Nat staying in that tent city. Yeah. That was an awesome time.
It was cool.
So from Rocky Nats, you went aspirated.
Yeah.
And then now it's blown with an Eaton M90.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not.
Tell us about that.
It's the same size as a Commodore one, like the ones that come out in the Commodores.
Yeah.
But it's an American style. It's off a Ford Thunderbird. So it's got the inlet on the back. It's like a oval inlet, and we got a custom adapter made up for the carby that sort of curves up and goes into like a 4-barrel spacer.
Yep.
And then, carby on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who did all that work? Like,
well, it was me and the stepdad's ideas, but we obviously got someone to weld it up and
just move the mic a bit closer, bro. Yep.
Yeah, so we got someone to weld it up, or the adapter anyway. But yeah, the 2 plates underneath, we got water jet cut out.
Yep.
And bit of die grinder work.
Yep.
And yeah, they're like that thick, so we could have the taper in there, so we could have the supercharger sitting forward. And yeah,
dude, it's like
it's not really like a setup, like the ideal setup, but it works. It definitely works.
It's a like beautiful piece of backyard engineering.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like it does its job. You know, there was a few teething issues out at Fridays, which if you guys want to check that out, just check out the video that we post up. It's all detailed in there. But at one point the blower was like,
oh man,
rocking back and forth.
That was hilarious.
Pulled some bolts through and stuff, and we ended up fixing it and getting it back out there, which is like pretty mad. So
definitely gave it 100% trying to fix it, all of us.
Yeah.
Running around to the bolt shop and all that.
Yeah, man. So being like, what year were you born? You're 19.
2002.
Damn, dude. Damn. Man, I was I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
2002. Man, I still remember the millennium, the Sydney 2000. Oh, the Olympics was on, and there was like a giant friggin'. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. One thing I wanted to touch on was like your mates and stuff.
Yeah.
When you're young, like a lot of young guys want to, get on the piss, get on the drugs, just play up. Like, how, like, do your mates sort of help you with your car thing, and you just kind of steer clear of the dodgy ones that want to play up and have fun and that sort of thing? Like, how do you navigate that?
I mean, there's always time to have fun to an extent. But I always stay away from the drugs. Never have drugs. Sometimes a few drinks on the weekends.
Yep.
But yeah, mates help me with the car.
Yeah.
I've got Lockie and another few mates, but yeah.
Yeah.
Lockie always comes over and helps, and we help each other out. And yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is good, eh?
Yeah.
You need it. Like, you need the mates there. You need the support and stuff.
And met yous. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, we just love what you're doing, man. The best thing about it is that you have done all this stuff by yourself.
Yeah.
It was the same with me. Like, I had done a lot of stuff to my car myself before I met Damien.
Yeah.
And then we really clicked. And then we saw you, and you made that Facebook post, like, have you got somewhere to skid? And I was just straight away, I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Because you got to help out. And then it just, like, no doubt into the future, it's just going to be like a closer and closer relationship because we're all so like-minded in what we want to do with cars.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a really good thing. And your mates and stuff, they really help along the way. Like, I've got a few good mates that help me.
Yep.
And yeah, it's invaluable. So hang on to them.
Yeah.
For sure. What's your dream? This is a question from the group, actually.
Yeah.
What's your dream build? So, like, what kind of car and what motor do you think would be, like, your ideal?
That's a hard question.
Have you ever thought about it? Like,
I like something different, obviously.
Yeah.
I love the 202s, even though they're not the best engine or anything like that. I just love the sound of them.
Yep.
So, I love what I'm sort of doing with the car at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, that's
a good answer, bro.
Yeah.
That
I
can
mean
be
to sound sort of up myself, and like my car's sort of my favorite car, but I just love.
It's not up yourself, man.
No.
You're doing what you want. Like, you're doing what you love. Like, that's actually a good answer.
Yeah.
You've got the car that you want.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not much to other people, but I love it. So
yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, part of the reason why people are like you know, gravitated towards you and what you're doing and stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool. Look, I'll be honest, man. A lot of 19-year-olds, or just teenagers in general, guys, even in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
Is generally considered to be the years where you just fuck up, like, everything. Like, you learn the hard way, basically, you know. To see someone like yourself is very rare, like I said before. And it's good as well. Like, you have a solid foundation base to work off, and you can literally just do what you want now with the support of all your mates and stuff. Your what's in your head, all your dreams and that shit can come to life, and that's a very exciting thing.
Definitely,
for sure.
Only upwards from here, I guess.
Yeah, man. So we already kind of touched on it, but I did want to ask why the 202, you know, now it's blowing in a non-traditional way.
Yeah.
Like, what drives your choices there? Like, what's... I guess a good question might be why don't you... like, what stops you from getting lost in, like, the shiny bling shit? So, like, putting a 671 on it and doing, like, a...
Money.
Yeah, right.
Sort of. You know, I like... Yeah, as I was saying before, I like how it's different from pretty much everyone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the other stuff's really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you buy a kit from an online shop called Aussie Speed, and you're paying a fair bit of money for like a 144 W end blower, or Y end, however you say it. Yeah, you're paying. Yeah, I don't even know how much it is. A lot.
Yeah,
mine owes me a little bit. Yeah, plus $5,000 plus.
Yeah,
mine
right.
owes me a little bit, but that's only because I've swapped out things a bunch of times, and you keep spending money. But if I was to do it again, it wouldn't owe me that much.
Yeah.
I mean, the carb is the most expensive thing on the top of it.
True.
So, yeah.
Little brawler carb. What size is it?
600.
True.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I sort of messaged around and asked what sort of size people were on. I know everyone's motor's different and different boost, but that was sort of a ballpark thing. I didn't want to go too small.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I think 600's a good size, man.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was bigger, to be honest. I thought it was like a 750 or something.
It looks big on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think because the blower's so small and the carby's just like that big.
Dude, it fucking hangs out the bonnet. Like, it's the craziest looking thing. I don't know. But yeah, man, so... I don't know how to frame this, but, like, have you ever changed your mind based on someone else's opinion? So, like, have you ever, like, you've had an idea in your head and maybe you've told it to your mates or something and they're like, oh, nah, I'd do it this way. Like, that's a shit idea, do it this way or whatever.
I always try and sort of get, like, everyone's got ideas and I sort of try and make it my own out of what everyone's said. I mean, when it comes to, like, working something out, I'll, you know, get everyone's ideas and work out what the best way is going to be, and, you know. But if it's sort of like what I should do in terms of, like, what engine I should have put in it, or I sort of stick with my guns.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So you got, like, these core things that you want.
Yeah.
Like your engine choice, you want to be different. Did you always want to go blowing with this thing?
Yeah, It was, probably for like a year.
Yeah.
I just, heaps of ideas going around, like, should I just buy a kit, save up and buy a kit? And but yeah, I saw that blower come up on Marketplace for a few $100.
Sweet, a few $100, man.
Bought it, and we just worked around that. So
yeah, and lots of custom stuff going on in there to get it to work, which is like, that's the cool bit, you know. People, like, when you had the bonnet up at Fridays, people were standing around, like, having a look, man.
Yeah.
Heaps of people wanted to know what was going on.
Yeah. And you go out to an event and then you get back and there's all these messages there. How'd you do it? How'd you do it? It's like, it's kind of hard to explain.
Really? People are messaging you and stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, you're getting famous.
Nah.
Yeah. Dude, it's happening. Whether you like it or not, man, you already got people messaging you. People that you don't know.
Yeah, just randoms.
That's famous, bro.
Not many. Like, you get like 3 or 4. Well, after the other day. But
do you know how many I had?
how many?
0. So you're famous.
Nah.
100%.
Rocky was bad. Like,
Yeah.
because of the posts they put up, you know. And everyone's like, how'd you put the 202 in it?
Oh, really?
It's like heaps and heaps of people.
Yeah, cool.
I was like, how do I message everyone about this? Like, it's just like paragraph after paragraph.
So you talk to them, like you reply
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
like you try and help them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, I try and... It's hard not to sound rude to people. And you're like, oh, I don't want you to do it this way because it's a bit dodgy. I'd rather you do it the proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just said it. All right, well, let's do it again. We can edit it
All
out.
right, yep.
Where do you work?
At a dealership.
Cool. Car dealership.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apprentice mechanic. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Sweet, man. So, what school did you go to and stuff down here?
Bray Park High School, so
Okay.
north side of Brisbane.
And you sort of finished school straight away and started this apprenticeship?
Yeah. Finished in grade 10 and
cool.
started early. So
No
I'm
shit.
almost done the apprenticeship now.
Wow.
I've still got so much to learn though.
Yeah.
Like performance-wise and
Yeah.
the bigger jobs. But yeah, it's mainly servicing where I work at the moment.
Yep.
But yeah,
So
never stop learning.
you want to, like, in terms of your career or your work and that sort of thing, like you want to move into the performance stuff?
Yeah.
That's where you sort of see yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to learn as much as I can.
How do you think you're going to do that? Like,
Asking around, I guess,
yeah.
at places. I'll get there eventually. I drove my Corona to a job interview the other day somewhere, so fingers crossed.
Oh, that's cool. So what, they saw the car and...
Yeah.
Man, I was thinking, when you told me that, I was thinking you're like rocking up to a friggin'... I didn't know what you did, like rocking up to a friggin' accountant job or something, like...
Yeah.
Not an accountant, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, in a suit and shit, like...
Yeah.
But,
I'm glad it didn't break on the way there. That would have been bad.
man, they should have just given you the job based on what you rocked up in and the fact that it made it there.
Yeah. It was only a 5-minute drive, but...
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Like, all of my mates thought that was fucking tough ass.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I just didn't want to rock up in my ute because it's got paint fade and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. No, man, that ute towed H4DOS up to Rocky and back. Like, it's friggin'...
and it's a manual with stock diff gears and all that.
Yeah, right.
So
It's a weapon.
Needs some maintenance.
Yeah, we were actually saying just before, like, the race car always gets the good bits.
Yeah.
And the daily or whatever just gets neglected because you
In
get
a way.
like,
Yeah.
you get tunnel vision with your car and you just want to like spend all your money on it.
It's probably the roughest daily I've ever had. I've had a few clean sort of dailies.
Yeah.
You sell them and you regret them. And then I got a VS Ute back again because I had one. It was my first car, a VS Ute.
Yeah.
Like a real clean red one.
Yeah.
And I went through a bunch of cars and then I was like, I want a VS Ute back. And I bought that. I was like, yeah, I'll paint it and all that. But I got no room to paint it. So I'll see how I go with a wrap. Copy you.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know if you want to copy me, man. It's friggin'... Yeah. I don't know how this wrap's going to turn out. Like, we're going to try and do it ourselves and stuff, but...
It'll be all right.
But yeah, I hear you with the paint thing, bro. Like, I was in the same spot, you know? Like, had nowhere to paint it. I didn't want to sort of do it in a workshop or whatever. I wanted to get it done if I was going to paint it. Like, get it done really nicely and, you know, in a clean room and all that sort of thing. And I was just thinking, like, nah, man. Like, it's... Yeah, for what I do with the car at the moment...
Yeah.
It shouldn't have like a really clean paint job, and the benefits of wraps are just like there's so many.
Yeah,
you know, you can peel the thing off. It's
you
like
can just do the back quarter at a time.
Exactly,
you
like
have to do the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's cheaper to get. Like now, mine's been designed, they can just reprint it. Like you don't have to go through the design process again. Like you said, you can just do the back half of the car.
Yeah.
And if you just use plain wrap, you don't even need to design it in the first place. You just go and buy the wrap.
Yeah.
Put it on, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's becoming more and more common these days.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you just got to have good panel work underneath.
Yeah. Try to.
Yeah.
Try and prep it good. Anyway, that's all stuff I'm like worried about. I gotta suss that out on my own car. But anyway. So what's your where do you want to end up with all of this? Like what?
I don't know, eh? Well, I do, but I don't want to like jump the gun and just, you know, because anything could happen.
It's kind of like, on the one hand, you want to let it evolve, and on the other hand, you want to kind of have a plan.
Yeah.
And you
sort of in both worlds.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I just want to keep going to comps, and well, step one would be get the car running right, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
But yeah, we should be able to sort it. But yeah, just make more videos.
Yep.
Get my name out there a bit more.
Yep. So what do you think about YouTube?
It's awesome. I love watching other people on there, and it sort of motivates me in a way to try and make my own. But yeah, just got nowhere to shoot them and all that. Shoot my videos.
Yeah.
Under the house is good, but yeah.
It's an awesome platform, man.
Yep. It's a start.
Like, yeah, it's bigger than what people realize.
Yeah.
Like, you can put stuff out there and people can watch it from all around the world.
Yeah.
And see what you're doing, you know, with your life, like day to day, or whatever you choose to upload. And people can appreciate it. You can monetize it. People build careers out of it.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. Like, I think it's only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia, we're not really there yet.
No.
That's the exciting bit for me.
It's all America, isn't it?
Yeah. And we lag America, but we do end up getting there.
Yeah.
We're like 5 or 10 years behind them in a lot of things.
Except burnouts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, straight up.
They're getting there. I love watching their videos on them getting better at skids.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, Cletus, you know, he come to Australia, come to Summernats and saw that, and now he's doing those style of events over there.
Yeah.
Power Cruise has been over to America.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting the exposure to like the Aussie burnouts.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It seemed like a few years ago they didn't really get the point, and now once they're doing it, they're realizing like how cool it is, the atmosphere and all that.
Dude, it is. Being in the car, man, like
it's next level. It's awesome watching in the crowd, like you sort of feel it, but being in the car is just another level.
And driving it and like just modulating the brake and throttle and
the nervousness before you go out. Yeah, it's good. I love it.
Yeah, the nervousness is
I'll be shaking inside
one.
the car before I go out.
Yeah.
Like my foot's shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny.
That will wear off too, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going to the drags for the first time, and I was like that.
Yeah.
As well. Like, I was friggin'...
Yeah.
Like legitimately shaking, and I couldn't stop it. And I was like, damn, like, is this going to be like this every time? Like, it's really shit, you know? But it does wear off, so...
Cool. It's good to hear, because I get out sometimes and people are like, that was sick, and I go to say something and it's just it comes out gibberish. I just give up.
I hope we have like one of those moments on film, man, because I'm definitely going to upload that. That's funny as fuck. I know exactly what you're talking about though.
Yeah. It's all fun though. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh yeah, where we were going with it, where I was going to go with it. Did I answer that question?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean...
Got off topic again, but...
Yeah, they're the best rants, man.
Yeah.
Makes for good listening. Because it's just natural conversation. I mean, you can write down as many questions as you like, but it's friggin', at the end of the day, it's about, people getting to know you.
Yeah.
So I actually think I'm still getting better at this, by the way. So don't judge me and stuff, whatever. The less questions I ask off the paper, the better the podcast is.
Yeah.
In general. Because it's more like conversation like this,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. I actually see like a fair few similarities between you and I, just in general. Like, both had parents that split up, both got, the passion for cars from the male person in the family, and from Summernats. It's just that I think the way you've done it is much more targeted, much more specific and unwavering, like, compared to me. I try and I'll start at the very top. I'll be like, this is the best thing that I could do. Like, I'll have a problem, right? Say I don't have enough power. All right, what's going to fix that the best? I know that
problem all too well.
Yeah. Right? It's like, you go, all right, blow on big block. And then you work down from there. Like, I can't afford a $100,000 engine, but we work down from there. And then I end up settling on a thing. Sometimes it's too high up. Like, it costs too much, like too high up on the scale. Yeah. I've done it so many times, man. And you seem to have like been able to bring yourself down to reality.
Yeah.
Still get what you want, but not go into debt. Or maybe, I don't know. We haven't talked about that. We'll see how we go.
Let's not talk about that now.
Not like screw yourself up and not get into such a place like, you can have this big engine, makes all this power, and then your 22 spline stock axles are going to give way.
Yeah.
That's another $1,000 to do a diff or whatever. It's like, it just all snowballs.
Yeah.
So I think it's really commendable, man, on your part. Like, it's a really good thing.
Yeah.
And rare. And you should keep going.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't think I'll ever stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it too much. I don't know what else there is to do in the world.
That's funny, but it's true.
What do non-car people do? I don't know.
Worry about weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, not to rag on anyone. People have their own lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do weird shit.
We do probably the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably look at us and go, why? Why do we do it?
Like, what do you see in these cars? Dude, it is like a non-rational thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
Man. We'll wrap it up there.
All right.
This was a good first podcast.
Yeah.
No doubt you're going to be on this podcast again.
Yeah.
Like, I say it to everyone, like, that's what I kind of want to do, is have like the initial podcast, find out a bit about you.
Yeah.
Your journey, like where you're heading and stuff like that. And then maybe in a year or two, because I can't see you're not moving away from Brisbane or anything anytime soon.
Nah.
If you're in Brisbane, stay in Brisbane. If you're not in Brisbane, get to Brisbane, because it's like the best spot. I'm dead set. It's like,
I love it.
It's better than Sydney. It's better than Melbourne. It's still small. Like, just get here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And buy a house if you can, because shit's going to go up. But anyway.
Yeah. One day that'll happen.
Yeah, dude, man. I'm 30. Still have not saved for a house. Just, it is what it is.
Yep.
Spent it all on cars. But that's all the fun of it.
It is.
Cool, man. Thanks very much.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me.
No worries.
It was a good thing. All right. We'll wrap it up there. I think I've been doing this podcast thing now for like 8 or 9 months, and this is podcast number 7, I think. Motormount podcast number 7. So yeah, like, I've learned a lot, and a lot of the nerves and stuff gone away, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
But it's definitely going to grow more and more. Like, I've basically been doing one of these a month.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this podcast was like a really good insight into someone like yourself.
Yeah.
Like I said before, mature beyond your years and focused and, executing. It's just really good to see.
Yeah.
And I think everyone will agree, you're onto a good thing and you need to keep going, and
Yeah.
we're all, behind you. So
Sweet.
that's awesome. All right,
Good
dude.
to hear.
We'll end it there.
Awesome.
Cool, bro.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Done.
Sweet.
Oh, my ears hurt.